What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kimmy in the building, and you guys can't see me, but you can see my little, my little logo in the background, my little backdrop. So, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for taking the time out your mornings, afternoons, evenings, just to watch me. Okay, I appreciate it. Now, story time. It's story time for y'all, right quick. But this will be a pick a card. So stay tuned to the end of the reading where we look more into this. So you could think of your number right now, 1, 2, or 3. Okay, and at the end of this reading, we're gonna pull cards for you. But let me tell y'all a story. How? Okay, when I was younger. When I was younger, I grew up in church. Okay, before I went through my awakening and went through, the Kundalini awakening or whatnot. I used to go to church, okay? I mean, I pretty much grew up in church all my life for those of you who don't know me, okay? I'm not from a very religious family though, one of, poverty, of course. Like most of you guys, okay? But my mom believed in sending us to church, and whoever else house we went over, we just always went to church. Sometimes we went 3 days a week. Okay, we had Bible study and all that stuff. We went on church buses, church trips, and all that. We enjoyed doing that when we was younger. Okay, so I do believe in God. I am of no religion though. So with that being said, I just wanted to tell y'all this story of how I used to go to church, and when I was smaller, let's start when I was smaller, okay? When I was smaller, I just really felt like something wrong here. You know what I mean? It was just like something was wrong here. Like I know people was getting the Holy Ghost, and I was pretty much a part of what you might call a Baptist or Christian church. I don't know. They different, but some places think they the same. Okay, so in the churches, the same things was going on, right? So where people got up, they did this dance called the Holy Ghost or whatever, and stuff like that. So I used to look at these people, some of them, not all of them, like, okay, now you do this the same way, the same thing every Sunday. Something wrong here, right? So for me, I recognize that at a young age, okay? Others, it was other times where people would just like call themselves taking you to the king. Let's just say that. I'm going to take you to the king. Anyway, we started with prayer, right? Where we'd say this word, for example, hallelujah. And we'd say this over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? Until you spoke into tongues. Now, some churches did this, some churches didn't. I went to many different churches because I moved a lot. It really didn't matter to my mom as long as we was in somebody's damn church, right? So with that being said, I used to just see things in the church that just didn't seem right to me. Like, so many church folks go in there and say, we wrong for being in spirituality, and, this gonna trigger some people, but they say this about us, you know what I mean? Oh, we doing this, that, and the third, but they doing it too. Like, every fourth Sunday or first Sunday, it depends on where you went to. They had this ritual where you drink Jesus' blood and you eat his body, and it's nothing but bread and cranberry grape juice, but it was ritualistic, which is my point. Okay. And, it's certain things in the Bible that they say you're not supposed to worship idols and things like that. And I see this going on in church. So I'm like, something is wrong here. You know what I mean? So it's just certain things that I noticed even as a child in church that wasn't right for me, you know. Then too, I always wonder, well, if Jesus is the one we supposed to follow, why he never went to church? Because you never heard about him going and sit in nobody's church, right? For hours and hours till you fall asleep and wake up. Kids fell asleep in church and woke up. They went to church mad early in the morning, and they woke up. It was about 1 or 2 o'clock. They couldn't wait to leave. And then you got people that eat at church. Sometimes you eat and they fighting over the food. It's just crazy. I mean, I've seen all kind of stuff in church growing up. So saying all this to say, this is really the reasons why I don't attend church today. Not that I don't believe in God. Not that I didn't want to hear the message, but I really just went a lot just to hear the message. But I just didn't agree with a lot of things that was going on, okay? Sorry, y'all, I'm drinking something. So therefore, I do feel like you can take from everything, you guys. I don't feel like God made me personally. I don't feel like God made one religion no greater than the next, or one person no greater than the next. We all born into sin, fall into sin, and we all fall. Period. Like, so all this controversy where is one greater than the next, or all that came about with man. And when I say that, humans. When I say that, I mean different people of different generations, of different times, and that all got passed down. And this is how all these different religions was originally created. Okay. Now, I personally have already went back to the beginning. And when I say the beginning, I'm talking about the beginning of spirituality and religion both. And where did it all start? The roots. You need to know that, because we wasn't here. You know what I mean? But you need to find as much information on this as possible. Now, I'm not going to tell y'all everything I learned. You can go do that if you wish, okay? But go back. I always believed in going to the horse or going to the root of things, and still I take from it what I do. I don't take everything, because everything you learn, is not right, or it's not, the truth. You know what I mean? And that's just the truth, okay? So with that being said, take from it what you feel in your heart and your soul that you should, okay? And that's everybody, every reader, everything, okay? Because we all know by going through these awakenings that the truth was hidden, that people was lying, brainwashed, and it was so much altered and manipulated. And, we just really don't know. Okay. So with that being said, it's okay not to know. I tell people that all the time, and y'all know, if I don't see nothing I know in these readings, I'm telling y'all, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I say something like that. Like, it's okay not to know. First of all, you're not God. So how would you know everything? And if you did know everything, you would fucking go crazy. Like, I can only imagine what geniuses go through. Like, they would fucking go crazy knowing everything. God is the genius of all genius. He didn't make no mistakes. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is an accident. Nothing is not, you don't cross paths with people that you're not meant to meet. Everything happens for a reason, whether we know the meaning behind the reason or why it happened, etc. You understand? Hear me, those who have ears. Hold on, y'all. I'm drinking my coffee. Okay, so yeah. Um, so I'm saying all this, y'all, because this been on my heart. For days, God been trying to tell me to do this reading, and I'm just like, I ain't gonna talk y'all to death because I could. But I just feel like, I've been wrestling with this with God. Like, first of all, God speaks through me, you guys. Let's start there. I am not God. I do not want to be God. I do not pretend to be God. I am a vessel that God uses. I am a messenger that he uses to deliver messages. Okay. So with that being said, understand that. Okay. When I was younger, I used to say things and do things like even in parallel to all of that. Okay. Like, first of all, I used to understand, I couldn't comprehend a lot. Like, why is this happening to other people and it's not happening to me? And I was just the type, even in church, to go back to the church story, I couldn't get the Holy Ghost, or I couldn't, you know what I mean? I couldn't speak into tongues because I felt like it was forced, you know what I mean? And anything forced is not real. Anything forced is not good. You know what I mean? Things come to us naturally, period. Everything is natural order. It happens naturally, whether you conscious of it or unconscious of it, unless it's being genetically made or modified. And we know a lot of that goes on in this world. For example, pharmaceutical industry. Okay. When God creates something, it automatically has life, electricity. Okay. When it's genetically modified or tampered with in the labs, it is a duplicate, a clone. I don't care what it is. Okay. It's not real. So everybody ain't gonna understand what I'm saying, but those who is meant for gonna get it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, back to the church story. Well, it was certain things that happened to others that didn't happen to me, and I was just the type, even at a young age, wasn't gonna fake shit. Okay, it wasn't shit gonna be fake about me in church. Okay, I didn't believe in playing with God. Okay. But I did notice a lot of that going on. But then I also seen kids that was my age who was really into this, and I'm just like, damn. Well, maybe I'm not. gifted like them or whatever. And we all have different gifts. We do. But you don't understand that as a kid. You don't. So I'm wondering why Betty, who's 8 years old, just like me, is able to speak with such authority when it comes to God, but I'm shy and introverted and don't feel like I can do that. Like you as a kid, you don't understand that type of stuff. So it didn't mean that Betty that was 8 wasn't gifted. She just, it was just her time at that time to speak with authority and to move different people, as a child. For me, it wasn't then. You know what I mean? It's now. You understand? So that's how God works. God works in mysterious ways. Okay. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I used to see some people get up in church and say the same thing every Sunday. Therefore, it's scripted. Okay. If you saying the same thing every Sunday, I know I can predict what words you're gonna say. Yeah, it's not real. Okay. So yeah. With that being said, that was just my own personal opinion. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all that little story or whatever. Because even in church at a young age, I would stand up, testify. They have testimonials where you stand up and you say how you feel, right? Some people got up every Sunday, the same people, and some people was new, right? They coming in off the street or whatever, and a couple times, I was really shy. And, to tell you the truth, when I started doing readings, I was really shy. And sometimes I can still be really shy. But, I was that child, so I will barely get up there. And when I did get up there, it was something in me that just moved me to get up there. And I would say little things and then question what I said. Like, where did that come from? Like, for example, I stood up one day at a young age, and I wanted to sing, right? Knowing I couldn't sing, it was this other girl in church named Ebony, and she really could sing. And I used to be like, maybe I can sing. You know how you a child, so you trying to find your talents. Okay, so they give me this song to sing. Everybody got songs, so it's my Sunday where I get up and sing my song. And I be damn if, just like Tina Turner, they ain't kick me out on a Sunday morning in front of everybody in the damn church. Now, you don't do that shit to no kid, first of all. You don't do that shit to no kid. That scarred me for life. This will forever be a story that I tell people because that's fucked up. You know what I mean? You don't do that to no kid. You could have let me finish the song. I still remember the damn song. It was, see, Ebony's favorite song was send me, I go. Send me, I go. I'll go if I have to go by myself. Now, some of y'all might know that song. Some of y'all probably don't. Yeah, I don't know all the fucking lyrics. Okay, I got kicked out. So anyway, that was Ebony's song, but she sung it with so good, and she can actually sing, right? So I kind of looked it up to Ebony. So I just got enough strength and spirit to get up there my damn self, and they give me this old lame dry ass song called uh what was it called? Cause dang, I'm trying to remember. Oh, a sunbeam. The song was called A Sunbeam. Okay, so it was just dry and lame, and I didn't know that. I just wanted to sing. So, I get up there and I'm gonna tell y'all different some of the lyrics. I don't even know all of them, but I was up there like, Jesus wants me for a sunbeam to shine for him each day, and every way try to please him at home, at work, at play, or it went something like that. But you see how dry it was, right? Okay, so yeah, it didn't come out right. And I'd be damned if the church lady at that time didn't kick my ass out on a Sunday morning in front of the whole church. I never sung again. And to this day, I can't sing, but I still fucking try. But anyway, that was just a little story time for y'all. Tina Turner went through that too. And you see, she became somebody great, okay? Made millions, okay? An icon, will forever die a legend. You know what I mean? And that happened to her. So it ain't to say, I still might not make it in the industry, but shit, for me, I just I never really pursued it again. She did. She didn't let it stop her. So saying all that to say this, when you feel like something is destined for you, do not let what somebody else say define you and your destiny or what you feel like is for you. Okay, that was the message. Now, thinking about this too, I think about Rod Wave, who is a talented rapper slash singer, okay, who sings I Feel from the Soul. And if y'all don't know him, y'all need to go listen to him. Okay, his name is Rod Wave, like the waves in the water. Okay, another favorite church song of mine. But anyway, Rod Wave went from rags to riches. And I keep hearing that. And God been telling me, like, you remember when you was little, like, and he showed me these flashbacks, and he's just been reminding me, like, how I stood up one time. And this was later on in the years, not when I was little, but that was the one story. Another church story was when I was older. I was grown at this time, and I was in my 20s, okay? I'm really old, you guys, but I just look young. Thank God. But anyway, I was in my 20s and I stood up in church. You know, again, I didn't stop going to church because of that. I just stopped singing. But I stood up in church, and at this time I'm grown. I got a couple kids, and I'm with friends and people. I feel it ain't too many people in the church, so I ain't too shy. So I didn't really get up there every Sunday like some people, but I got up there one Sunday when I felt the spirit. I felt the spirit, and I had an urge to go up there, do my testimony, and I stood up and I just shouted, I am destined for greatness, right? And after I said it, I'm like, what in the hell? Where did that come from? And why did I say that? Like, something in me felt that I was destined for greatness. Something in me told me that, and it was just like the greatest feeling. Like, and then I felt stupid as fuck afterwards. Like, okay. But I would never forget that experience, okay? Some things we go through, we would never forget. So that's one I would never forget. Another one in church, okay? And later on, that stuck with me. That stuck with me throughout life. And it was just like, every now and then I think about it, like, why did I say that? But something in me felt like I was destined for greatness, right? This way before I started doing tarot or whatever, you know what I mean? And I was still in church. And I just stood up there, and it was powerful, y'all. And I don't even know what else I said up there, but I said a lot of stuff up there, and it was moving, and I had people clapping and crying, and they wasn't used to me getting up there, mind y'all, so they was happy that I got up there. And I'm just like, after I got up there, I sat down like, what the hell was I just thinking? But it wasn't me. It was something in me. It was spirit moving in me. It was God moving in me. And I didn't know it then, and it was another time where I was having Bible study at my house. And this is really when y'all, I got stories for days, but I don't want to get off the subject because we're talking about being destined for greatness and we're talking about destiny, okay? But it was another time where I actually did speak into tongues. I was having Bible study at my house with a stranger, actually. And I say a stranger because, God moves in people, right? You don't cross paths with people for no reason. And one time this prophet crossed paths with me, okay? And she knew me. And I say that because she didn't know me, but she knew me spiritually, and she knew things only God could know about me. So, I embraced this lady, and I took her in, and we had Bible study together at my house. And even then I was going through so much. I don't want to go into all that though, but I'm going to tell y'all how I first got my name, Beloved, okay? It's not a name that I chose. God chose it for me, okay? And I didn't even know what the meaning of it was at the time, but I was having Bible study at my house, and it was the very first time I was able to catch the Holy Ghost, or what they call is the Holy Ghost. And it was the very first time I talked in spirit, in tongues, and it was the very first time where I was channeling, because I had to distinguish my thoughts from God's thoughts. So I used to write a lot. I always wrote all my life. I wrote. And so I wrote this on paper one time, and I'm just like, well, what called me beloved? What just told me, call me that? Like, and I was like having a hard time with that, but later it was revealed to me that it was God, and they told me, like, you're gonna be great. I heard it again, like, you destined for greatness, beloved. And when you get out there and you start this thing, you name whatever it is, beloved. Okay, so that's what I did, you guys. That's what I did. Like, my first channel was Beloved 1111 Intuitive Tarot, for all of you guys who don't know me. But I kind of left and came back, so I changed the name. Okay, it was reasons for that. I know the reasons, but I ain't gonna go into that right now. But anyway, you guys, the point is, it's certain life events and people and things that take place in our life that we may not understand at that time, but we'll understand later. Everything happens for a reason. Nothing is a coincidence. On this path we call destiny. Okay, so if you ever felt like you was destined for greatness, this video is for you. This is a very exclusive reading. God told me I could not even get it out, but he said just talk, I'm gonna guide you, I'm gonna give you the right words to say and all that. And y'all know, some of y'all have been watching me know I talk too much and I get all off subject and everything, but whatever comes out I'm channeling and it's coming to me. So God told me to just tell your story, tell the church story, and all of this. And some of y'all might not even want to hear that. Some people clicked off. But for those of you who still listening, this is for you. This is very exclusive for you, okay? You probably as a child said this, that you was destined for greatness, or you felt this highly, strongly, okay, inside of you. That's why you are still here. This is not a coincidence, okay? And God wants you to know that. Okay, so what he told me to do was describe destiny to you guys. So what is it? And I had to go Google this, y'all, because I ain't slow or dumb or retarded. But I wanted to know the exact word from word meaning for you guys. So, destiny. It is something to which a person or things is destined. And then we have the little, what is that called? An asterisk? I forget. Fortune, future, outcome. Something predetermined, inevitable. Okay? That is what destiny is. So what is a destined path? A path that's inevitable, predetermined, an outcome, a future. Okay? Something that is promised and or for that person or thing, right? That is their path. And what is a destination? The end, and where you end up following that path. Your destination is where you would probably take your last breath, okay? The end of the road, that's what I like to call the destination. Okay? But some of you guys, just because you get to your destination don't mean it's over. Don't mean you about to die, okay? Not that ain't what it means. It just means you get to where you inevitably, I can't say the word, inevitably, oh shit, fuck it. Where you predetermined to be in life. And then you will look back on your life, right? On this path, right? On this thing called destiny, and you will look at all the events on which you went through to get there. It's like walking down a long street, a long road. That's why we call this the spiritual journey, right? And it's like a journey. It's like a long road. And you look back down that road and you see where you came from, and you see that these things all lined up to get you to this destination. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. So yeah, so as I was, gathering all this information, this informative information for you guys, I came across certain things I feel is signs, right? So I feel like I learned that it's actually a credit card called Destiny. So for some of you guys, you are about to receive credit cards, okay? I came across the word Forbes. Some of you guys, you are about to inherit riches or be rich, okay? And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I believe this message is for me too, because I went through this, okay? Because it's connected to me, okay? Because God is using me to deliver these messages to you guys who went through this as well. I mean, you have to go through things sometimes to be able to tell somebody else about it, right? How can you tell me about the darkness if you ain't been there? How can you tell me you of light if you ain't been through the darkness? Because you got to go to the darkness to get to the light. Anyway, y'all get my point, right? But anyway, Forbes. And we all know if you're on the Forbes list, you got some billions, right? Okay, so some of y'all about to inherit billions, okay? Some of y'all is publishers, it's designers, it's developers, it's entertainment business. Or you supposed to be in that. Some of y'all producers, okay? But I don't know who y'all is or what y'all into. Some of y'all supposed to produce software. I don't know. Some of y'all teachers, okay? Some of y'all, it's something about some digital product that you're supposed to be producing. I don't know nothing about that. And I'm just telling y'all what I came across, okay? Some of y'all are going to do this through communication, okay? So those are just some signs, okay? Because I pay attention to signs. And maybe you guys need to. Okay, so I also came across a great guru or teacher that some of you guys might be familiar with. I cannot pronounce this man's name, but I'm going to try. Sadhguru. I know I probably fucked up, but it's Sadhguru. If you want to go look him up, you know, I like this guy. And I've been came across him a long time ago. I barely watch his stuff because I just feel like I will never be as perfect as that man. He is another Jesus, if you ask me. But anyway, he believed that we can change our destiny, right? He believed that we don't have a fixed destination. He believed that everything is happening unconsciously. And that if you strive for it, you can change your destiny or your destination. Now, I'm going to pull cards, but this man said you can clean your energy system of karmic imprints, and only then can you change your destiny. He talked about internal software, okay, and how all of this is written by you unconsciously. And he talked about reaction and response and being conscious of these things that we experience, and being conscious of everything brings you to become a master of your destiny. Now, I know that just went over some of y'all heads. Y'all can go look them up, okay? But another sign. So this could be telling you to become conscious of everything, to become a master of it. Some of y'all are masters, okay? You are here to master something. It is your destiny. Again, I said exclusive. That means you're not for everybody. This destiny, this path, this destination is not for everybody. It's very rare. And some of y'all probably went through very rare things. Okay? I know I have. But we ain't going to talk about that. That's another video. So I wanted to pull cards. So let's get to that point. Okay? Now, I am going to timestamp this for those who don't want to, hear the rants. But it was needed. It was destined for those who did. Okay, so we're going to start this at 2800. I'm going to say pile 1 because we did 3, right? 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to start pile 1 at 28. We're going to pull cards, and we're going to try to identify this destiny or this destined path, etc. So pile number 1, welcome. And if you didn't hear the rants, you might want to go back and listen to it. But if you didn't, it wasn't meant for you, okay? I know I'm not for everybody, but it's fine. Let's look into your destiny, okay? I was guided to do this, okay? And I'm using several decks, and I'm gonna show y'all the cards. And I know I said I was gonna start at 2800, but we're gonna really re-timestamp this because I was not prepared. I mean, everything over here is natural, and I go with the flow. Ain't nothing scripted or made up. It's real over here, okay? So with that being said, let me just get to a point where I'm okay, so we're gonna look into your destiny, your destination. And you can identify with this by knowing if you there yet or if you going through it. You will know because you will be already there, okay? So let me help y'all out and give y'all some clarity on your destination, okay? Because some of us lost. You know what I mean? And it's okay because you got people like me here to guide you. Spiritual teachers, spiritual leaders, spiritual gurus. We have spirit guides that guide us. Dead and alive. Okay? God appoint people in your life. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to start over pile 1 with your timestamp. We ain't gonna start it at 2800. I'll take that back. But yeah, because I don't know, I ain't never, hey, it comes out, y'all. These channel messages. Okay, so yeah. God, first of all, let's start with prayer. God, help me to deliver. I'm getting tongue twisted. Okay, let me slow down. Let me breathe. Let me drink coffee. God, please come through. Help me deliver this message clearly and accurately to the collective, exclusively for who it's for, so that it might touch and give clarity to those who is meant to. I ask that you clean out and clear out any negative energies and entities that's trying to stop me from receiving or delivering these messages from you. We thank you and we love you, Creator, the Most High God. Amen. Okay, so yes, you guys. Okay, come on. Okay, so the new Power One's time is gonna start at we're gonna say 30:50. Okay. Okay, so Power One. Let me shuffle a little bit. Let's see. First of all, let's look at what you've been healing along the way of this path. Okay. What you've been going through and healing to get to this destination or your destiny. Let's look at the what you've been already healing to get here. Power One. We got intention here for you. So maybe you've been having to get clear. This is 11. Maybe you've been having to get clear on your intentions. Okay, what are your intentions behind this destiny or this destination or this path? Okay, you had to really see or clear up something when it comes to your intentions with this thing or this destination or this destined path, right? You would know what that is. Kindness, okay? So you've been working on kindness, you know, knowing how to probably be kind to others or, you know, how to maybe deliver messages with kindness. I don't know, but you've been healing in these ways or something like them, okay, on your way to this destined path or destination, right? Pile number one. Okay, so let's see. What else? So these are some things you've probably been healing along the way of destiny and your path. And maybe you've been aware of it, maybe you unaware of it. I don't know. But God says you will know. Mental repetition is out here. So maybe you've been really having mental repetition when it comes to this destination or this path. So you have to get clear on it, right? Along the way. And some of y'all know because y'all would have already been going through these things, trying to figure out your intentions behind it. Okay? Working with others, being kind, or, you know, however it relates to your life. Nurturing. Okay, so maybe you've been trying to nurture something or somebody or things on along the way of this destined path or destination. Ooh. Okay, we have answers within that just popped over. Okay, so yeah, maybe it has something to do with answers within, or you've been searching within for answers along this destined path or this destination, right? Let me get one more. Okay, so we have control. So maybe you've been it has something to do with controlling things or being in control. At the bottom of the deck, we got modify. So it's just like some changes that you've been going through. Okay. So, yeah, all this is relevant for you, pile number one, and things you've been healing along the way, whether you know it or not. You've been changing. Okay. You've been changing things or people or situations along the way of this destined path. You have been in control or trying to control or working with that, healing that, maybe control issues. You've been looking for answers along the way, or you know what I mean, questioning things. You might have a lot of questions. Okay, God probably been talking to you, giving you the answers from within. You've been nurturing people or yourself in this along the way. Okay, you've been having a lot of mental repetition about this destined path, or you know what I mean. Maybe you work with mental repetition or thoughts in some type of way, or the brain or the mind. Okay, kindness here. You know, being kind to others or knowing who to deal with and who not to deal with along the way and their intentions, okay? Yeah, all of this is relevant for you, pile number one, and what you've been going through, you know, and healing. Let's see what else wants to come out for pile number one. Now, I ain't really want to spend too much time. Company. So it could have something to do with the company that you keep, building a company maybe, the company around you, or who you put yourself in the company of, okay? I'm going to just say that. And let's look at past life cards real quick. Okay, it has something to do with people, spouses, marriages, relationships. Okay, pile number one is involved in this destined or on your journey, or is for you to have a spouse or marriage or something connected to your destination or this destined path. Pile number one. Okay, so that's great. So you will already know because you will already be going through this. So let's look at the tarot right quick. Let me show me pile number one, where they, past, present, and future of their destination, their destined path. Okay. And I also did a spiritual reading, you guys, to let you know where you were at spiritually. It's, there. So if you want to go look at it, you can. Okay. Scroll down my videos and check that out. Pile number one. Show me pile number one and their destiny or their destined path. Show me their path. Okay. So I pulled three cards, past, present, and future. So let's look at them. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the World card. And we have the High Priestess. So pile number one, what I'm getting off it for you as far as your destination, your destined path. You are definitely on a journey of love. It has something to do with your emotions, love, and because this is cups energy, right? So for me that represents emotions, love, being loving, being kind, right? We seen that. You are offering something with, like, this guy here, this knight here with this cup, you are offering love, emotions, or something like that along this journey. See how he's on his horse and walking on this journey. Okay, so he is going somewhere. He is offering something, maybe even an apology. I don't know, but you're coming from a place where you were doing these things or something like that. So where I see you now, world card. So you could be doing this online, knowing that you are protected by the four angels of the earth. You are somebody who has been through a lot on this journey with the world card. You will be known all over the world and have some kind of success, or maybe you already are pile number one. But this is your destined path to conquer the world, to do something that has pertains to the world, okay? And the world is big, okay? But you also have four angels of the earth helping you and watching over you. Okay. And with the high priestess, last but not least, you could be a high priest or high priestess. Somebody with all the clairs. Okay. Somebody with this knowing, and you've known this your whole life, probably. Okay. Somebody with the initials B or J might be significant. Okay. Even if they nicknames, I'm hearing last names, first names. Okay. But I'm seeing you become somebody spiritual, a guru, a teacher, okay, a mentor, somebody that's wise with wisdom, okay, somebody who holds secrets, okay, somebody that deals with the Akashic records, infinite intelligence from source, from God, from the creator, somebody spiritual, okay. That's where I see you going on your destined path, pile number one. So I hope that's insight to let you know. Let's pull advice from spirit to end this reading for pile number one. So I hope that gave you some clarity, pile number one. Spirit, what else do you have to say concerning pile number one's destined path or destination or destiny? What else do you have to say, Spirit? Okay, so we had this card pop out. Great sadness. Take time to heal, a need to forgive yourself and other. This is the Three of Swords, you guys. Wow, that shocked me. Whew. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The High Priestess. Okay. So spirit is this devil confirmation. It says, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. So this is double confirmation, pile number one. You are a high priest or high priestess. And I feel like with this great sadness card out here, you are supposed to be dealing with people that has gone through great sadness, or is going through great sadness, or is heartbroken, or, just down and out and needing somebody to comfort them. You see how these three horses here, and they just comforting each other. And when I look at the background of this picture, it almost looked like they're just lost in the wilderness. Okay, you are supposed to deal with people that's going through these things. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, pile number one. I love you and I thank you, and that is God confirming that you're supposed to be doing something with communication, working with people that are mentally going through these heartaches and heartbreaks, okay, in some type of way. Pile number one. Okay, so let's go to pile number two. What's up, pile number two? Pile number 2, we're going to start you at 40. Okay. How y'all doing, pile number 2? Let's go into your destination, your destiny, or your destined path and see what comes out for you. Hopefully by the end of this reading, it gives you clarity and insight. And you will know because you will already be dealing with these things. So let's see what you've been healing along the way of this destination or this destined path for you, pile number 2. Let's pull a couple of cards and see. Pile number 2, there could be a sincere relationship here, whether same sex or not, that you could be that has to do with your destination or destined path, okay? A sincere relationship. This don't have to be a romantic relationship, but I definitely feel like it has something to do with people. Okay, so let's see. Pile number 2. Hidden blessings. Okay, so yeah, you could be a hidden blessing, or you reveal hidden blessings to people, maybe, or people in relationships or something like that. Oh, I love the way that card looks. It just looks so dreamy. Okay, so yeah, so unreal. Okay, so alternative. So when I see this card, it's about, one person helping another person heal. So I'm feeling like pile number 2, it is connected to, healing with people and hidden blessings and doing that or in some type of way. Okay. And let me see. Pile number 2, you are to nurture people. I feel like you will be fixing them by nurturing them in a way, if that makes sense. This is, probably hidden or some kind of hidden blessing where you replenish people. You bring them back to life in some type of way. I don't know what that means, but you do. You've been having a lot of mental repetition, or you deal with people like this, okay? Uh, so yeah, it could be too that you know, you could be you could do this in many different ways. We have choices at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you can may have many different areas or ways that you could do these things, or you have been trying to make a choice. Okay, maybe it's been on your mind, pile number 2. Or you've been unsure of which way to go with this thing, but I'm here to tell you and help you right now. So it's saying you are supposed to replenish maybe yourself or others in some type of way. Be the healing force, okay, in some type of way where you are the alternate help. Like, God has angels and messengers out here sent to help people. It's connected in that way somehow, where you nurture and take care of these things or people, okay? And I say people because people are here, whether it's have to do with relationships, people in relationships. It could be any kind of relationships, but this is the hidden blessings on your path. Pile number 2. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Let's just see what else Spirit want to tell us about your destiny or your destination or this destined path. Okay, it has to do with purity. Okay, we have pristine here, cleaning out something or people or yourself. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. And then we had another card. Yeah, doing better. So you make these people feel better or do better in some type of way. Or, yeah, this is your destined path. And then we have me. So this is your destined path. Okay. Over time, you do this. You make people feel better or do better in some type of way. Okay. All kind of different people, all ages, I feel, with these cards. Pile number 2. I don't know what that means to you, but you would know. Okay. So let's pull another card here from my past life deck and see what comes out. Pile number 2. Karmic relationships. So maybe you have to deal with karmic relationships of some kind. Okay. Again, people. So you are supposed to be dealing with karmics. Okay. And such on this path. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. Okay. Um, I don't know. We got food and hunger at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like it's something that's going to pull you to this or draw you to this in some type of way, pile number 2. And you hungry for this, or it's food for you, or you food for them, or for people that's hungry in karmic relationships, apply it to your life. Some of y'all, you right doing this. I'm kind of getting psychologists or counselors or something like that as well. You help these people, you help these karmics in some type of way. So hopefully that gives you some kind of clarity and insight, pile number 2. So let's go on to look at your past, present, and future on this path and what it looked like for you, pile number 2. Show me pile number 2, Spirit. Their destined path, or where they've been, or where they're going. Show me pile number 2. Show me pile number 2. Thank you, Spirit. We appreciate the messages today. Now, pile number 2, like I told pile number 1, I did do a reading a long time ago about your spiritual journey and where you're at now. Y'all can go look for that. It is listed, okay? I know it's a timeless reading, so go watch that. So show me pile number 2 in their destined path or their destination and where they've been and where they're going. Spirit, show me pile number 2. Show me pile number 2. Show me pile number 2 and their destined path. Okay. So we had 3 cards here. So let's get it. We have Judgment, pile number 2. We have the Emperor in reverse, pile number 2. And we have the Knight of Wands, pile number 2. Now, let me look at these cards for a minute and see what I come up with. But we have 4 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Okay, so pile number 2. Okay, so I'm getting off rip with the 4 of Swords being the overall energy. And I needed to look at this. But when I look at this card, I look at the dead. I mean, I feel like, these people are heartbroken or have been heartbroken or hurt in some type of way. And they land in this and they praying about these things. And, they could feel dead or really be dead or be dead inside. Okay. So that could have something to do with your spiritual path. Judgment is here. So I feel like, again, I'm getting the dead rising. You heard the call. Okay. I feel like you already went through some sort of awakening, power number 2, where God already gave you the calling. Okay. Or you heard the calling. You actually rised up. Okay. Before on this calling, on this destination, on this destined path. Okay. It could have been something that maybe you went through. I don't know. But with Judgment here, I feel like God is calling you to rise again, number 2. Okay. And I feel like it's to something that you already did in the past with Judgment. Okay. We have the Emperor in reverse. So pile number 2, whatever this is, you let it go. It's some sense of lost control of it. That's for the nation or you of it. I'm gonna just say that because the Emperor in reverse is very powerful. This is as good as it get. He's a master. He is a leader, right? He is as good as it gets. The highest in tarot, besides the Empress, like he's disciplined. He's structured. So maybe it wasn't this. Maybe you lack these things right now. Discipline, structure, responsibility. He's responsible. He knows what he wants. He goes after it. Maybe you're not doing these things right now, pile number 2. But I kind of feel like you already was here, but somewhere you lost control, if that makes sense, of this thing, or you let it go, or it just became toxic in some type of way, whatever this destined path was for you. But you would know, pile number 2, what I'm talking about. It's almost a sense of you going from being a leader to being a follower. Your destined path has something to do with traveling. It has something to do with maybe going the distance. Okay. It has something to do with going to meet these people and waking them up in some type of way. Pile number 2. And that's what's coming through for you. So I'm hoping that all that makes sense. Okay. Whatever your destined path is, you will be traveling, doing it. Okay. It's reminding me of the Tin Man, you guys. Look at his outfit. And what did the Tin Man go to the Wiz to get? A heart, okay? So, again, and I'm seeing the 3 of Swords here. So, it could have to do with people's hearts in some type of way, okay? Pile number 2. I don't know, but you would know, okay? Somebody here is a heart surgeon or specialist or something that do with the heart in the medical field, is what I'm getting. It could have to do with just the medical field or something like that. Because I'm seeing that. I don't know pile number 2, but you will know. Okay? So let's pull advice from spirit. Yeah, you lost love, or you lost, because he's going back to get, look, they pulling this on my intuition. Look at his outfit. The Tin Man again. This is the Tin Man. But I kind of get, you went from the Emperor to the Knight of Wands. So it was some sort of demotion here, or it will be. For whatever reason, only you would know. God called judgment on it though. But what I'm seeing is you going back to get the heart from the Wiz. Who is the Wiz but God, the creator, the most high. Okay? So yeah, it's almost a sense of you having to go back to God, pile number 2. Do that make sense? Sometimes, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. We take breaks. We leave God. God don't leave us, but God is calling you back. Okay? Pile number 2. Show me pile number 2, Spirit, and what you have to say for them, or what you have to tell them, God. Okay. Look, you are the Emperor. You are the Emperor, pile number 2. God says, and this is double confirmation, you got to turn this around. You were the Emperor. You are the Emperor. It's time to get back to the structure, the discipline, the leadership, being more organized, being logical, right? The Emperor, he's here. God says this. You are the Emperor. So wherever you lost control or lost, this in whatever, you know what I'm saying. Find it. Hey, 4s are structured, discipline. And then we have the 3 of Earth, but in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So there is a sense that you have not been a team player. Pile number 2. You know what that means. But you're not meant to be. Okay? And that's what God is telling you. You are supposed to do whatever this is by taking leadership, by doing this alone, being an army by yourself. Spirit is saying with these cards that you have been too compromising. You are not supposed to work for nobody or work with other people. You are an entrepreneur in some type of way, okay? And I feel like Spirit is giving you a new opportunity to do this, pile number 2. Okay? Change your life now. That's what he told me to tell you. So, something exciting and new is coming in for you, pile number 2. But you know what it is. Something that you're passionate about. Spirit is saying change. That's all he told me to read. And then he said, go on. So I'm going to end it right there, pile number 2. I hope it made sense. Yes, you are the help in some type of way. And you already been doing this in the past. Okay? Maybe you trying to go back to the medical field or something like that. And Spirit saying, no, you ain't supposed to be working for them. I don't know, pile number 2, but let me know, because that's very interesting. Okay, so let's go to pile number 3. Without further ado, pile number 3. What's up, y'all? Yes, I enjoy readings like this. Okay, so pile number 3. We're going to start you at 5330. Okay, so let's look into what you're healing along the way, along this path, this destination, this path. And pile number 3, just like I told the other piles, I did do where you are at on the spiritual journey reading. Go find that video and check it out. But what you've been healing, you've been learning something, pile number 3, as it pertains to this spiritual path for your destination or this destiny. You've been learning little things, I feel. There's still stuff that you need to learn, possibly, and you've been retaining that information, replenishing yourself. Okay, this is what you've been going through. You are, bringing yourself back to life, learning things in some type of way here. Growth. Okay, so yeah, growing, evolving. You have been doing this, learning, growing, replenishing, or this destination or path have to do with these things. We have boundaries, so something with boundaries, setting boundaries or helping others do this is a part of your destined path or your destination. Or maybe these are things you've been healing along the way. Take what resonate. Forward movement. So maybe, we got growth out here. Maybe you are supposed to grow or move forward or help people do this. The answer's within. Okay, so pile number 3. Yeah. So you've been healing negative thoughts and, looking for answers and all of this along the way is what it's telling me. But Spirit is saying, you are doing this for forward movement and growth. You had to learn to set boundaries, okay? You had to learn how to put yourself first and take care of yourself, okay? And your health, and learn all of these things first or along the way of this destined path to get to your destination. Pile number 3. So let's look at more cards. Show me pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3. Summertime could be significant. Something could be happening in the summer for you. Okay. This number 26. We got August could be significant too for some of you guys. Okay. I'm feeling like something grows in the summertime or something happens in the summertime. I'm also seeing for somebody, I'm hearing February 6th. What is this? It ain't February 6th yet. But yeah. Then we have coexist. So I don't know. We have you could be 26, you could be 31, but it's almost a sense of two things mixing together is what I'm getting. I'm seeing the cotton candy mountain, and coexist means to coexist, just that, with other things, other people, maybe even animals. I don't know. That's sticking out here. But April could be significant as well here for somebody. I see this mountain in the background. I always think of cotton candy. I don't know why, but maybe that has something to do. Maybe it's significant for you. I don't know. But we have education too. So maybe you guys are teachers. You are educators. We got March here. Might be significant. But what I'm getting is you are to teach and educate people how to coexist in some type of way. Pile number 3. Okay. So yeah. And I feel like you do this you alone. You could be an educator. Vows. Okay, so you made vows or you will be making vows. This is some kind of commitment. Okay, if you haven't done this already, pile number 3, you will be doing this. And I'm not necessarily seeing this to marriage, but for some of you guys, it could be marriage. Okay, but at the bottom of the deck, we got spirituality and religion. So it could have something to do with a vow you made to God. Okay, some of you guys made vows to God and you must fulfill these vows. Pile number 3. Okay. It could have to do with spirituality and religion. And some of you guys are high priest, high priestess. Okay. Because that's the next card. But these are clues, you guys. I am seeing twin flames here as well. Some of you guys work with candles. Okay. So yeah, this is all things you would already experiencing or be experiencing along the way. Pile number 3 of this destination of your destined path. Okay. So let's look more into the past, present, and future of your destiny. Pile number 3. Thank you guys so much. If you haven't liked the video, subscribe. Please do. Go watch more of my videos. I appreciate it. Show me pile number 3 and their destination along the way of this destined path. Okay. Pile number 3. Show me pile number 3 and what's destined for them on this destined path. Okay. Show me. That's, oh, okay. These cards popping out everywhere. Crazy. Okay, so let me show y'all how they popping out. The Page of Wands was the first card that came out here, and it popped out just like this, sideways. So I'm getting, this could have to do with kids or teenagers, okay? Not really small children or older people, really old people, but in between there somewhere. It could have to do with people, okay? It could have to do with communications, okay? Or helping people find options or something like that. Pile number 3. That's just one thing. Let's keep going. The next card is Judgment, okay? So yeah, this is a calling, I feel, with this card. This is a calling that you have, pile number 3, that you must fulfill. And in some type of way, you rise up and do this, or you help other people do this, okay? Maybe it's people of all ages, because I'm seeing a mother, a child, and teenagers here as well. So I don't know what that means, but you would, pile number 3. Judgment. Okay, so you help people make decisions in some type of way, or you send good news about decisions in some type of way. And this could do with like children's, I'm getting children's health too. Could be significant here. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. So again, you can see in just these cards, kids and teenagers, okay, or people in their 20s and 30s, and children, even smaller ones. You work with these people. Maybe you bring them back to life in some type of way. Y'all could be doctors or nurses. Okay, a calling don't have to be something major. It could be as simple as being a doctor or nurse. I'm really seeing that for pile number 3, um, especially here. Or if not, you work with, children and teenagers of some kind and doing something, bringing them back in some type of way is what I'm getting. Or you teaching them about God. I don't know why I heard teacher, but some of y'all teachers or something like that. At the bottom of the deck, we have 8 of Wands. So yeah, you work, whatever you do or will be doing, you will be talking to them, communicating with them, or changing lives in some type of way, out of nowhere, if that makes sense. Okay, I feel like you deal with disturbed people, or people that's going through some conflicts or drama or something like that, and like different people. Okay, you work with different people. You are the mother of these people in some type of way, and this brings you abundance. Okay, pile number 3 is what I'm getting. So I hope that makes sense. You nurture these people in some type of way with the Empress. So that is what you're destined to do or be in this life, pile number 3. So let's keep going. Words from God about pile number 3's destined path or destination. Oh, the sun. So this will bring you so much abundance, pile number 3, so much happiness, so much joy. You create happy outcomes in these people's lives. This leads you to success. Spirit says, but have confidence in yourself. Okay. So yes, 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 yes. If you've been asking any questions, Spirit said yes. At the bottom of the deck, justice. You make things right for these people, pile number 3. Fair, you honest, you upright, you do what you know is right. You stand up for what you believe in. That's what God is saying. Bring justice and happiness to these people. However you do it, you already know pile number 3. These are just clues, okay? So with that being said, I definitely feel like you bring balance and happiness to people's lives. You shine light, you tell them what's right, and that's what's up, okay? Yes, you show love to these people in some type of way. You get them to doing right, being right in some type of way, or you make the situation or thing all right, is what I'm hearing, pile number 3. And this is what's destined for you. You could bring enlightenment into what's right for these people in some type of way. But hopefully this helped you guys. It gave you clarity. Okay, that is what God is saying for you, pile number 3. This is good. This is some great new opportunity that's coming in for you, and that's what you will be bringing forth and what you're destined to do, pile number 3. So I thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna end that there. I'm sending love and light to everyone. Thank you. Peace.